Do we smile on the intro?
Yeah, smile on the intro like this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Goodstock Show. Today, we have a very, very special guest, Mr. James Gatzby in the building.
My guy.
To my right, other right, we have DJ Chrissy co-hosting for the night.
What's
How
up?
we doing? Mayor Mark behind the sticks per usual.
Will the Smith.
Behind the camera. Here we are. James Gatzby.
What is up?
What is good, dude?
Life
What
is good, man. Can't complain.
Yeah?
At a good place right now, yeah.
Hell yeah. Just recorded had a little session here.
I was going to say, did my first session at Stockroom today. Went awesome. Very grateful for Mayor Mark holding it down. Josh came through, heard a little sample of something. You know, we cooking up.
Yeah, I heard it. You cooked some different stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
That was your first session here?
Yeah, first actual session here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He earned it from winning the Goodstock
Oh, using
mic.
that studio time, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, we have one of the open mic champions in the building. The runner-up at our last open mic.
So close.
Talk to us about that. Like, you were pissed. You were a little pissed, huh?
I wouldn't say pissed because I respect, shout out Lux who won. He killed it, absolutely. But I definitely went in with the mindset to win. You know, I'm competitive as fuck when it comes to this shit.
I know that.
People see me walking around even at the low-key ones. I look like Kobe with the Black Mamba mentality, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You were dialed. You were fucking zoned in. Dude.
Yo, there was a video I posted of no artist like promoting it when he won, and all you see is look at Gatsby in the background here.
Like a fucking prize fighter in the
Locked in,
corner,
dude.
bro.
Oh
with
my
the,
locked in.
with the robe on, like Rocky Balboa.
Where is it?
Just eyeing down.
oh, I
the
know exactly what you're talking
competition.
when you announce the winner and I'm just chilling
Yeah.
there, right?
Look
Yeah,
at- look at-
facts.
He's
Killer.
fucking-
No, I'm clapping though. I clap it.
I know,
We
but-
support artists here.
You were,
They look
you,
like
but no,
angry
yeah,
clapping,
does.
but you
Son of a
looked
bitch.
like yo. This is I came here to win this.
No, you know what it is too? I try and prepare myself crazy. I practice every single day. So like I expect to perform to a certain level. And if I don't do that, I let myself down, let my fans down. So I'm always trying to put that best foot forward, no doubt.
So talk to us about the last open mic championships. Like,
So it
how
was-
did that feel from the beginning?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
Going
then-
through the whole process was excellent. I actually had performed at 3 open mics here at Stockroom, won the third one that I had qualified, which got me to the bigger show over at Yonkers Brewing. We had an awesome night. Obviously, 4 judges plus crowd noise determined who made it through each round. I was able to do a little bit of something extra, you know, handed out some flowers to the crowd, set the vibe for different tracks. But
That was
it was
smooth.
overall a great experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, got to meet a whole bunch of awesome new people too. Fans came through. Definitely would do it again.
One of the judges over here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna touch back to that like mentality that you have when you come in and you like got that like killer 1,000-yard stare and you're like just ready to go. And I've said this before to you, and I said it I think when I was judging you last time. I love that shit. You know what I mean? That fire
You
that
could
you just
feel
have.
the passion, dude. It's contagious.
And even like before the show started, like when I showed up earlier, you know, and he's the first one there,
Yeah, you're
and he's
like,
pacing
yeah.
around. I'm like, this motherfucker's dialed, dude.
Facts.
Like,
Yeah.
and that attributed to your win, you know, in the third open mic that you did. That I feel like played such a huge major role was just your intensity. It was like, how could you not fucking root for this guy? You know,
Dude,
what I
it
mean?
was
How could you
the
not like this
performance
guy?
too. Like, I'm not trying to stroke your ego. It was pretty. You could attend the one that he won, the championship. There was like no mess ups at all.
No,
it was
yeah.
pretty flawless.
That was one of the most
It was
memorable
insane.
finals
You earned every
Yeah.
bit of that
for
W.
Gatsby and Gabe.
I can't wait for that episode to come out, which
Actually,
is
yeah.
next. That's the next few episodes. Yeah.
No, I can't wait. And I will say too, even one of my buddies who he hasn't seen me perform in years. When he came to the Yonkers Brewing one, he said, "I see your vision now." He only could stay for the first song, but he said, "I understand what you're doing. Like, you are a rapper. You are embodying this. You are James Gatsby. I see the vision. I heard it.
100%.
I could hear it in Spotify, but like to see it in real life, it's another level."
Dude, that's special to hear,
For
like,
sure.
your friend.
Yeah, somebody see me grow.
Because everybody thinks it's like they're like, oh, yeah, how's that music stuff going? How's your hobby going? How's that little extra curricular?
Dude, we all can speak on that.
Yeah.
I think as musicians,
Fact.
like when I first started DJing, I made a horrible mix that's still on my YouTube channel to this day. And one of my really good friends, his name is Vic. He was in the Navy with me. I started DJing in his house at house parties and shit, and he was really into it with me. And he told me I wanted to delete it so bad, and he was like, "Why would you delete that?" And I'm like, it's horrible. And he goes, but when people go to your channel now, all they're going to see is growth. He was like, they're going to see how shitty this sounded, and then the next one's better, and the next one's better. And he's like, why would you delete that? Like, you better leave that shit up there. And it's still up there to this day.
That is very true.
Still there.
That's beautiful.
And I play it sometimes, and I'm like, oh man, I'm going to fuck up right here. And I laugh at it, and I'm like, but damn. Like,
That's why, like, people, when they, like, clean up their Instagram page and stuff, I'm like, nah, like, look at
it's not raw.
my
It's not
growth.
authentic,
Like,
man.
look
We
at
can't
it.
all be these fake, perfect pictures that, you know, everybody wants to be on social media.
I couldn't agree with you more, man.
You know, I was going to say, I have a song just like that. It's called All the Way Down. I don't encourage you to go listen to it. But if you did,
We all have those,
the
though.
reason I
Everyone
say
has
that, though,
those.
is because that was at a point in my life where I was trying to write songs for other people and trying to write songs for the market. And now I'm at a place where I genuinely write music that I love to listen to myself. You
That's
know
what's
what
going
I'm
to do
saying?
it for you, man.
If I don't fuck with it, if I don't think it's a good track and I'm not going to bump that shit, I could not expect anyone else to do that. So now I'm truly writing music that I feel like reflects me better, reflects my vision, reflects my brand, and now it's all up from here.
That's what Rick Rubin said. He was like, the audience is last. Like, it should be for you. That's what makes it authentic, and that's what makes
your
the
idol.
audience
You love Rick
want to
Rubin.
relate to. Yeah.
You love Rick
They
Rubin.
call me Joshy Rubin. Joshy Iovine.
That's Josh's idol.
The Creative Act, excellent
Dude,
book.
Phenomenal book. Westchester local
Yes.
from the town next to me.
Shout out Hastings on Hudson, HOH, you know what I'm saying? 914, we in the building.
Shout out to Dobbs Ferry. You know what I'm saying?
River Towns, you know, we in here. But yeah,
Well,
no, I
we
know
had a
Josh.
rivalry growing up. Not me and him personally, but like our schools had a rivalry.
Very much so. There is a picture probably on Facebook of me holding a sign that says Duck Fobs that has not aged well.
Yeah.
So
No, dude, there was like a whole big rivalry between
Yeah.
Hastings
Yeah.
and Dobbs. That was like, it was blood.
Was it purely athletic, or was
Yeah,
it like
mostly.
fuck those
It was
guys?
mostly athletic, and then like we're not gonna say names, but there was like certain things that happened. You know,
yeah, ultimately though, I will say by the time like junior year, senior year came around, there was a lot of commingling in the River Towns,
we
and I got to
partied
meet
together all the
exactly.
time.
I got to meet a lot of people, Ardsley, Dobbs, Irvington, and I've tried to maintain those network connections to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking
Like,
of that, when did you first get into making music, or like know you were gonna start taking it seriously?
so
Might be two different questions.
yeah, that's fair. I did play music growing up. I always like from a very young age, my mom and dad made me play piano, and then third grade played violin, fourth grade introduced to the saxophone, and really was in the band until probably like eighth grade, right into high school. In high school, I pivoted more towards sports.
Same.
To focus on like soccer, baseball primarily. Played a little lacrosse in there. Probably should have stuck with baseball, but regardless, yeah, the Anthony Volpe dream. I wish.
Don't we all?
But by the time I was a senior in high school, I was just, at these parties out smoking blunts with shit and people. And
Yeah.
that's honestly how a lot of the rapping started. People just started freestyling and making ciphers, and I found I was pretty good at it. So I went home to my MacBook, started making demos on GarageBand.
In high school,
Yeah.
were we ever in like a freestyle session? 'Cause we used
Dude,
to freestyle with Hastings, like
Very
Riser,
likely.
Terry, all those guys.
No,
we used to
I was definitely
smoke
there.
and freestyle. That's
For
what
sure.
we did.
That's no, exactly. And
in the woods, Sugar Pond over there. You know.
it got to the point where I was oftentimes like, when those homies weren't around, I was just the only one rapping on the beat, and my friends were just smoking. So like, that's when I said maybe I should take this a little seriously. Went into Fordham University in the Bronx, got to my first studio in, I want to say like 2012, 2013. It was just my man, shout out Fredo on the Upper West Side in Washington Heights. He would let me go over to his apartment, pull up, cop a dime bag in the basement, walk up 3 flights of stairs, and
Dime
just
bag.
get cooking, bro.
That's crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
No, it was
The
took the,
rollback.
the BX12 bus, bro. No, that was like riding through the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So I literally felt like I was on my 8 Mile shit, just working on demos back and forth on the train, on the bus, whatever it was. But ended up originally being Guynee. So my government name is James Gatzby, like Guynee. So my rap name was Gyknee, but I also went by Young Gatsby. So eventually, as I matured and I wanted to rebrand myself, I went with James Gatsby because people know me as James, but Gatsby is all about being a self-made New Yorker, hustling, getting after it. But it's also because I threw some sick-ass parties growing up. So people enjoyed, and I enjoy when I throw shit down. So now I want to bring that same energy to concerts.
That's like Great Gatsby fashion right there.
Yeah, exactly, bro. The Roaring 20s, we're in the middle of it.
Yeah, we are, huh?
Have we like? Were we ever? Did you come to my party? It was called Project Dues. They called it.
Damn, bro, I never heard of Project
Dude,
Dues.
Branding genius.
I had Club G. Club G
I'm
was
surprised
the
this place
crib.
isn't called
Club.
Stock Dues.
We called it Project Dudes.
Stock
Yo, it
Dudes.
was like one of the parties of the year. All the Hastings people were there.
You know what it was? I probably was at my dad's place because I used to split every other weekend between my mom and my pop.
Was this a house party?
Yeah.
And did Mama and Papa Do sign off on this? Or
No, hell no.
Hell
They were,
no.
dude. They were like when
Did
they found out what
they
happened.
did find out.
Yeah, there was hundreds, like over 150 people, 100 easily.
Oh my god.
God,
And
damn.
like the thing, it was like ninth graders to people that graduated high school, like in college. It was like everybody, all towns, all those girls from Hastings, guys. The starting pitcher, I got kicked off the baseball team because of it, senior year.
Because you threw a party.
The starting pitcher on our team, we were in the playoffs in baseball. I'm not going to say who it is. He's a tall ginger. You probably know who he is. And he fell off my deck at the party. Fell off the deck and broke his arm.
Oh,
went
shit.
to sleep that night. The next morning, we have a baseball game. He pretends to break his arm while running in warm-ups. So he tells coach, he's like, ah. He like pretended to fall while we're jogging and made a whole thing about it.
That's a real one though.
That's
a real move.
friend.
Yeah.
For real.
And then
I'm not gonna throw my boy
no,
on the
but they all
bus.
found out. The
Surely.
coaches found out, and then they like
Damn.
treated me like a little
Somebody
bitch.
got him alone. That's what happened.
Yeah, they treated me
That's
like a
what
little
really
bitch,
happened.
and then I was just like, you know what? He was like, pack your bags up. I was like, I was planning on it anyway.
Oh man.
Damn.
Anyways, anywhooms, James Gatsby.
No, point is though, I would not encourage anyone to throw a party. It is stressful as fuck. You do not want to deal with that shit. But if you do, make sure you have a good speaker system. Make sure you got your playlist ready. You know,
I'm available for hire.
somebody work the
A
door.
good DJ,
Good DJ.
drummer.
Exactly.
Dude, I never understood how some of these people would throw these house parties, and I would always go, but I was always dumbfounded, like watching people's houses just get torn to shit.
yeah.
And I don't know, maybe it was like I had a little bit of an older mindset at the time. Nobody gave a fuck, but I'm sitting there like, Jesus Christ.
No, you're
like,
100% right.
That shit just broke, man. Like, man,
You
might
needed
wanna-
friends to watch out for
Yeah,
you. You could not
dude.
have eyes in the back of your head.
Super
and
disrespectful to our
Yeah,
parents.
I was gonna say, for
always
the record,
respectful to people's houses.
My
Like, I never
family had
really
no
damaged people's
idea what
shit.
was going on. I totally got away with it, and I was counting my angels and
We used
blessings
to-
that I never got caught.
We used to do that in high school. Every weekend there was like a different house party. We
Or the
would go-
woods. Or the woods.
Or the woods.
Definitely would pull
campsite.
up in
You
the
come
woods.
to campsite ever?
Never
Dallas?
campsite. Always to the pad.
Yeah, we went to the.
That was
I
the main
remember
spot
the
in
pad.
Hastings.
The pad
With
yeah.
the silent J on the end for the
Yeah.
people
Like,
that named
we've
it.
all
Hedge.
done our fair share of stupid shit. But like, you know, I couldn't help but feel bad for,
Yeah, it's
for these
disrespectful
people. Like
to the
when their
parents.
parents come home and their house is just in shambles. Especially like now, as you get older and you see the big picture of things. Like if my
Yeah.
kid ever did
Yeah.
that,
Dude,
I
no,
would freak out. I would freak out.
To
bro.
relate that back to the music question, I'm actually so grateful that I had been making music all this year and I didn't blow up because I was too reckless. I would have ended up like in the 27 Club or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
doing
No, I hear
stupid
you.
shit. And I'm way more mature now. Like I have a mission behind it. I have a reason, a purpose, and my own brand. So like,
Why don't you
everything
tell us
works out for
about
a
that?
reason.
That was actually one of my next questions. Perfect segue. My next question was going to be like, how would you define your style, your genre of music?
definitely hip hop. I am, you know, a product of growing up listening to more pop music and rock music. There actually wasn't much rap in my house growing up. My dad was a cop. He did not like "Fuck the Police" by NWA. That kind of set the tone for the whole genre. And so
Understandable.
I grew up listening to like, you know, NSYNC, fucking Mariah Carey,
Yeah.
Destiny's Child with my mom, and then my dad played a lot of Rolling Stones, a lot of Metallica. So I had a lot of musical interests that I diversify in genres, but being in Fordham and in the Bronx, I really honed in on hip hop. Probably ever since even from like 5th, 6th grade when I first started playing organized sports. And in locker rooms, people were playing rap, and that shit got me going crazy. You know, like we talked about before, I'm a competitive fucker. So if you get me hyped up, get my blood pumping, I'm gonna jump behind it.
What's
so
your like go to for you got to get in the zone ASAP? What are you putting on?
till I collapse, Eminem.
Oh, bro, me too.
Without a doubt.
And Lose
First
Yourself.
song.
Yeah, I used to listen to those on
That's
repeat during
everybody's,
wrestling.
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Not even a question.
insane.
So now it's an interesting question. How would you guys, Will too, define, like, how would you guys define Gatsby's genre or brand? Like, what do you see it as?
I don't know if it's like a real genre, but it's like a cinematic take on rap.
Yeah, you can't
Interesting.
you can't categorize it into just this giant
It's very-
umbrella. There's
I
so
can-
many subcategories
I think
of everything.
it's got like a pop appeal to it.
For
and it's
sure.
very like hi-fi. It's not like grungy or
There's a
Yeah,
commercial.
for sure.
It's a commercial
it's not like
sound,
grungy and gritty like a lot of the artists we work with, but it's more like more hi-fi sound,
For sure.
like stadium kind of, like bigger. Like you could see it be played at like bigger venue, at like a sporting event. Like you just
Yeah.
let's say you
I'm
go to
trying-
a basketball game and Gatsby shit played. I wouldn't be like,
down.
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be like, yo, that's weird. I would just be,
Yeah, and like I could see it in like a commercial with like, what's her name, Jenna Ortega. That
Oh
her name?
yeah,
Really?
Jenna Ortega.
That is the most
I don't know why I
random
just
shit
thought
ever. Land on that.
I don't know. I could just see her
That's
like
insane.
doing something to like, or like Zac Efron.
I was gonna say, I could
This
see
guy's
like
got
I
such a
could see like
production mindset.
I could see
Trying
like
to
a
plan
vitamin
commercial
water,
for a random
Yeah,
product.
like a vitamin water
Yeah,
or Gatorade
I
commercial.
could see. We gotta get you in sync licensing, bro. Have you ever looked into
Totally.
that?
Dude,
I
a
absolutely
Gatorade
need to.
commercial I could actually see, bro.
Yeah,
Feel
like-
your body. Like
Yeah.
fucking like look
Yeah.
at this guy right here, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Gatorade spokesperson.
Nike or Nike, like Nike.
I'm a
Yeah,
win.
Under Armour. Under
Till
Armour.
my
Yeah,
death.
Under-
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
No, licensing and music publishing is the
Like
next
they're-
step this year.
They're playing basketball it's about Gatorade. I'm a win till
Yeah.
my death. You know?
Yeah, roulette
yeah.
for
Facts.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
and
Anthony Edwards just dunks it or some
Anthony
shit.
Edwards jumps in.
Reebok would sign him after the Rick Ross mishap. You know what I mean?
Wait,
You're not gonna,
what'd
you
you
know,
say? What'd you say?
Reebok would sign him over the Rick Ross incident.
What
that
happened? I'm
Well,
unaware of
Reebok
that.
had Rick Ross signed to them, and I think that was right when UOENO came out, and he was talking about putting Molly all in her water. She ain't even know it, and then they dropped him.
In Reebok. Oh, wow.
Yo, you gotta get.
Basically talking about drugging a woman.
That's
like,
crazy.
So they
Yo,
dropped
that's
him. He
wild.
lost the deal, and that was insane.
Speaking
I
of Rick
remember
Ross, Gatsby could be on a Wingstop commercial. He's just watching TNT basketball game. Wingstop commercial comes on. It's Gatsby's.
Yeah,
Bro, I
yeah.
got, I got a
in the
voice
background.
for radio, but a face for TV. So any marketing opportunities, I'm open to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like if you have a voice for the radio and a face for TV, then podcasting is a good business that you should look into
That's
getting
true.
into more often.
At least appearing on them more often.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I'm gonna-
that goes hand in hand.
I'm going to catch someone off guard right here. But anyway.
What the fuck?
What I was going to ask you is, what's your brand?
What is my brand?
Like, what's
Like I
your-
said, self-made New Yorker, hustling. I mean, like I don't have a record deal or anything. I'm self-funding all of this music myself. Working a day job, trying to get that shit done. Shout out Sherman's Travel, where I'm director of marketing. Definitely appreciate the opportunity there. I have 3 passions, probably 4 actually. If I said sports, music, travel, and food. So I want to work in one of those for sure in my life. But
You work for a travel agency?
so we're actually a travel media publisher. They used to have a magazine well before my time, but now it's all digital.
Are they hiring?
Damn, I don't know.
'Cause I was actually looking at like a little side gig for like being a travel agent or something.
Oh, we're not travel agents,
But
but if-
anything in the travel field.
I have a good resource for you if you want
Josh
to be
wants
a
to
travel
book
agent.
somebody a
though.
fortnight getaway to Cancun.
Dude, I wanna get, like-
really badly.
I want to get perks. I want to travel.
I can give you some recommendations if you want to get into that.
Schemer, bro.
I have some good. I have some good business relationships with some very good B2B publishing, like travel advisor support stuff. So I can send you some resources if you
Hell
want to
yeah,
get
yeah.
Like, I need airline miles bad.
Yeah. I need my JetBlue points.
Speaking of, where were you? Where were you just recently? Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Yes.
Impromptu?
Saw that.
What
Yeah, I mean,
looked
I went-
awesome.
It was phenomenal. That's my
I
place,
was a little
dude.
jealous. I'm not gonna lie. That looked
That was
awesome.
my 3rd time going there. I lived there for 5
And how
months.
was
back
it?
in the
How
day.
was-
Oh, it was phenomenal. I mean, I went with. I want to go. I love who I went with. Like I want to go by myself too one day. You know,
And just immerse yourself.
yeah, because that's my place. Like I need to wake up and like breathe and slow down and be on nobody's time.
That's how I feel
Word.
about Japan, dude.
Yeah, like nobody's time but pura vida, Costa Rica, Tico time, and my time.
Word.
Yeah, I love Costa Rica.
And that brings us all back to why he needs airline miles really bad.
Get me back.
This guy needs to be a travel agent today.
No, it's funny. I do work remotely, which is great. I go into my office in Soho maybe like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. But the best part is that if this music stuff does really work out, I don't have to find a new job. I can go tour
Yeah, that's a blessing.
and work at night and be working in California, in London, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm
Let
saying?
me ask you,
that's
what is work out for you? Like, what's your goal with this?
I'm trying to be legit as fuck, bro. I have a song called The Whole Thing where I talk about how I'm coming for a legitimate career in rap. I'm trying to be a songwriter. I'm trying to be, like, we'll see about Grammys and all that. I don't really give a fuck about awards. I'm more here for the ability to pump out music, have high quality content, have people stream it to the point that I can see those analytics and go perform where you are streaming it. bring my show to you, because I've done enough open mics around New York City, Westchester, to know that my performance is legit. I have a good stage presence. My music has finally caught up, I think, to my stage presence a little bit, and I could put on a show. So really my next goal is that I'm trying to do a show on New Year's Eve. I want to release a track on New Year's Day called Day One, and then really capture that event with photography, videography, pack the shit out of the house, and then make that part of my EPK to go ahead and promote myself to other venues and try and get a tour going.
You ever look
Nice.
at
Good marketing.
bandzoogle.com?
Not yet.
It's like a EPK kit. They like help you make one.
Oh yeah,
brilliant.
I've heard of
Yeah,
them.
Bandzoogle's good.
Yeah, I gotta
Let
figure
me ask
research
you a
it.
question. So I know that you have your mindset on that and that's your goal. You want to be this shit. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Would you ever, like, let's say you got into the music business and you're not necessarily a headlining artist, but you're deep in the music business and you're really financially like stable and you're really happy with what you're doing. Would you necessarily, I don't want to use the word settle, but would you feel comfortable doing that and riding that out, just being in the industry, but not necessarily being that marquee headline name?
That's a very good question. I think were I ever to quit my job and I could just start over and snap my fingers, have a perfect job set up for me, it would be that self-sustaining of music and like being a streamer at the other times. But I need the attention first to have an audience to both serve music to, as well as people that would tune into a stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because then I could truly work on my own time. I could be creative when I want. I could go on tour when I want. I could drop music when I want. I could jump on a stream when I want and truly have my own time. Time is the most valuable resource without a doubt. So
Sure, yeah, absolutely. That's all
How do
we
you have
got.
the energy like while you're working 9 to 5 and trying to maintain a whole music career?
That's motivation.
It's crazy.
Man. That's
Yeah.
where that second gear kicks in.
exactly.
Yeah.
You definitely need the mindset for it. This is not a forgiving industry. This is not a kind industry. I have lost more than I've won without a doubt. But I think just a core belief in what I'm doing gives me that ability to keep going. I mean, I try and stay healthy too. Don't get me wrong. Like, try and go to the gym, try and eat well, try and wake up at a reasonable time. Like I say in my song Get Up, I try and make my bed every day, so I start my day with a win. Little things, habits. You build habits over years that eventually can get you places. But I genuinely enjoy what I do too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like looking for new beats. I don't make my own beats. I research them, and I truly enjoy that discovery process as much as I enjoy coming in the studio and working out different mixes, different takes on shit until we get it to that perfect spot.
What is one of your biggest challenges, like trying to make it as an artist?
Funding.
Dude, everyone looks
You know what I'm
at
saying?
the glam and the glory of music and the industry, but when you really start to get behind the scenes here and you
Yeah.
deal with these executives trying to stick their hands in your pockets and everyone's trying to milk a dime out of you here, milk a dime out of you there, and you have no money, you're self-sufficient. You're not signing these big record deals where you're getting funding from a label to be able to go off and fucking do whatever you want.
Exactly.
You have to stay within your budget and still be able to try to find that sound that you want to capture. And then have to have the funding and the promoting and the marketing to release it. There's nobody doing any of this for an artist that's doing this by themselves. And that is where that second gear kicks in, because you're like, all right, I just made a track. It sounds really good. Now I got to get this track mixed, mastered.
Make an
If you
album
don't know how to
cover-
do
make
that
a
by
cover
yourself, you
for
got to
it,
find
yeah.
someone to do it. Now I got to get album art. If you don't know how to do it, got to find someone to do it. That's money. Now I got to find someone to release it.
Yep.
Granted, DistroKid, all that stuff made it a lot more accessible for home artists to release their stuff.
For
but
sure.
now it's out there. And it's not getting any traction because
It's
it's not
saturated,
popping up
too.
on playlists.
Dude, you can't just put your music
yeah.
out into the abyss and be
No
like,
one's gonna trip over
Yeah.
it one day, like, oh shit, maybe in some cases someone
Not
could
at
blow
all.
up like that.
You gotta
But
work
that's
the algorithm.
unlikely. Yeah, you have to play every angle of this game. It's strategic. It's like playing chess, and you're
Facts.
also betting on yourself at the same time and investing into something that you have no idea if it's gonna take off or not.
I am going to say, though, that like my song Roulette says, if I'm a bet on anything, I am going to bet on myself.
Absolutely.
Just like that. And right now, it's all about setting up enough content that I can do legitimate testing with different videos, different songs to see what might hack the algorithm the best. And then whichever one of those get me the best, that is when I will really fund one or two videos
what you
to
gotta
try.
do.
Yeah, I've
that's
seen a
smart.
couple of your sponsored
That's real
ads that you put out, and you put the link to the Spotify link.
Yep.
Right?
Definitely.
That's good.
Yeah, man. If your dream is to make it,
Look
man,
at-
you have to bet on yourself.
Look at
Go all
Facebook
in.
ads, Meta Manager. It's a little bit better than like Instagram ads.
I do it all in Meta. I
You do it all in Meta.
I use exactly. So
Yeah, so you go
Facebook
into
ads.
the
Here's-
exact demographic. of
Exactly.
everything.
No, I totally do targeted ads. Facebook, Meta, you can do Facebook and Instagram at the same time. I'm also trying to dabble more in TikTok. The problem with TikTok is that I'll upload my music, and then if I try and do an ad with it, more likely than not, my music's not in the TikTok commercial library. And that problem is then they flag my ad and say, you don't have the rights to use this if you're a business account. So I try not to be a business account, but then I don't have a link in my TikTok profile because I don't have 10,000 followers yet. So
Why
I
is
could
this
do a
just so
post.
complicated?
No,
I
it's
could do
just
a post.
1,000 followers, I think.
Either way, I don't have the right threshold. So I could make this sick thing, promote it, but then someone goes to find my shit and there's no link to do it. So little
You gotta
struggles
have
like that,
everything connect.
trying to find the best ways to do
I
it.
quit on TikTok so long ago, dude. I started a
It's good
TikTok
for-
like, randomly.
You gotta do it, though.
For
Before
music
this blew up, this
promotion?
was mid-pandemic when TikTok was really starting to blow up. I just made one because
Yeah.
everyone was on TikTok at the time. And I was posting videos of military stuff, like just videos that I took like on deployment and stuff. And my TikTok blew up overnight. I got 1 million views on my first video. No shit.
shit.
I swear to God. You can look
That's
it up. This
fucking
is
crazy.
no bullshit. And I hit a wall because like I just posted like shit that I took on deployment. Like I wasn't like I'm gonna be a content creator.
Yeah.
So I hit that point and then I was like, whoa, what the fuck do I do now?
Wait, what was the video?
It was just like a fucking F-18, like flying. I had people commenting on the shit in Russian. Like I had people from all over the world.
That's crazy. Did
It
you
was
put
insane.
hashtags or anything?
No, like I just put the video. I thought it was
It just
TikTok.
got
I was like, I
wrong.
didn't know what I was
Can you
doing.
teach me your
It was
fucking
probably sick.
ways,
Dude,
bro?
someone pull
Post
it
a
up.
sick
Pull up my
plane.
TikTok account.
Yeah.
You'll see deadass. It's 1 million views on my
how,
first video.
How short was the clip?
Let me see.
8 seconds.
So that's the
Yeah.
thing, though. As someone who works in marketing, works in social media, you can try and go viral all fucking day, but ultimately, you're not exactly sure what's
I got you,
actually
I
going
got
to be
you.
the thing that catches it. There are certain things that sometimes resonate more, but timing is everything,
Yeah.
as is the quality of your content.
Do you look at like what time to post all that stuff?
I usually try and post like new songs on Fridays because if I'm not mistaken, that's the
That's
Billboard
the
cycle.
industry standard. Yeah.
Exactly, but
heard
like
the video.
I'm gonna be doing one
that's
on Wednesday
wild.
just to time it with like a theme of a new year, new day, day one type shit. So, I'm not too meticulous in terms of like, oh, 9 a.m. is better than 10 p.m. Sure, it might have marginal impact, but you got to be posting consistently for that shit to matter anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any haters, and how do you deal with them?
Oh my god, dude, all the time, all the
Who?
time.
Who's hating?
Mad motherfuckers used to hate.
Who's hating?
Who's hating on you?
I mean,
Is,
No.
is it the low key hate or
Yeah,
is
is it
it the
like
hate where
internet
they
bots?
Who's
where they
hating on
comment?
Mr. Gatsby?
it's both. I mean, whether it's on social and people are commenting like, "Don't quit your day job."
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of that.
Yeah, Josh gets flagged.
I get hate. I get a lot of hate.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
crazy. Don't
But
stop me though.
I'll be honest with you though.
shouldn't.
More
Hate is love.
often than not lately, it has not been hating on me in terms of like live performances and shit. It's actually been overly positive reactions, which goes back to my very first show I did. It was back in 2013 at the spot called the Pyramid Club, which was not made for hip hop. I was not even 21. They let me and all my underage friends in, thank God. And I was the only white performer there. It was some hood ass hip hop, real hip hop shit. I'm in there in like a fucking green fleece and a bubble vest, looking crazy, had no swag. And when I finally get up there and do my shit, I had this old song called Cinderella, which had the fattest bass drop, and I just rapped super fast on it. Bro, when that beat dropped and the whole crowd went crazy with me,
That feeling.
it was over. That's where my confidence comes from because I
Yeah.
did it the first time. It went off. Bro, if I could
So
do
you
that,
got, once you got the black,
I could do
support,
this anytime. Not
that's-
when I got the black support. My homies who were in there too.
You got the black vote.
My homies
And,
came through.
vote on that.
to the moon.
Shout out. No, and I also had some good mentors around me who kept it real. Like shout out my guy Slim Diamonds from Drewham in Harlem. Shout out my guy Easy, King Easy from Vineland. Like these are some dudes that always kept it real with me, always kept pushing me. Let me know, yo, you're onto some shit with this. And don't give up. You know what I'm saying? You need those people in your corner if you're ever going to make it. No one's going to make it by
100%
themselves.
Yo, you know what it is, man? It's always the people that are hating the most are the people that have never stepped foot on a stage
Yep.
in front of anybody. They don't know what it feels like to get weak in the knees and
little
have that,
butterflies,
just have
yeah.
that feeling like, holy shit. And it could be a room full of 5 people, but
You
it's
still-
just the fact that you're putting yourself out there. You're so vulnerable. You're giving them everything you have, and
We were talking about this.
it
the
doesn't
other
matter
night.
if it's 50,000 people or 5 people. The feeling is the same, bro. It's.
We were
and-
talking about this the other night, Will. Remember with your cousin and Mark about like it feels like you're like that little fear probably stems from way ancient times when like
Yeah.
you were going out in front of the tribe to like do like a dance or whatever.
Dude, I cried in 6th grade.
Man,
like-
Not even.
Caveman TikTok dance.
Yeah.
No, there was like at some day camp shit I was at. I remember I suffer from anxiety, and I remember I had such fear to do a Michael Jackson Beat It dance at summer camp. I cried my way out of that shit
You have
at like
anxiety?
age 10.
Yeah, I
bro.
would have fucking.
I would've-
I would have been brutal on that one. I'm sorry. I was mean sometimes when I was younger, bro. And
I can see you as a bully, Chris.
I
You
wasn't
were-
really
you were
necessarily a
little
bully, but I was just a fucking ball breaker.
You would've
Like
tried
I
to
am right
bully
now.
me,
I'm still
yeah.
a ball breaker.
Yeah.
I'll still throw shots at people for fun, but like in all seriousness, like I don't really give a fuck that much. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
Like,
different when it gets personal and someone just beats you over the head with shit
that's
every
the
day.
thing. Then
That's
you gotta
bullying.
be. It's a fine line. When you
You can
fuck
break
with
your boys'
people.
balls. That's having fun.
Yeah. When you do a Michael Jackson beat it dance at summer camp, that's like
I know, but it's crazy. I had to come that far. I didn't even want to get on stage with a shit ton of other people. Here I
that's
am
rough.
now looking to headline.
That reminds
There
me of
you
like
go.
a little,
You see,
little
that's the
Dicky
growth.
like show. You ever seen Dave?
I have to watch it.
There's a moment in camp when like he embarrasses himself like that or something, and it like haunts him.
everybody has one of those moments
yeah.
though in their life where they go to bed at night and they can't stop thinking about that stupid thing they did
here's-
15 years ago.
Here's the thing
Luckily,
I'll
my
say.
memory's
Facts.
bad.
Are you gonna let that trauma and that shit define you, or are
can't.
you gonna let something else like a positive experience I had
Yeah,
with
you have
my
to.
first performance define me?
You'll be a sad sack of shit if you live by all your failures and think that's all you're good for.
Dude,
Exactly.
For some reason, I think I'm a little different in a sense. I still get nervous and shit when I go on stage. Like, I get nervous, but I don't care about, like, fully embarrassing myself or whatever. I just don't give a fuck. I'm going to die.
That's
We're
why
all
I
gonna
think that way
die,
all the
like,
time, dude. I'm like, I
dude,
don't
this
care.
doesn't matter,
I don't
bro.
care.
Like,
I don't care.
I'm just trying to be the best me I could be and enjoy my best life while I'm here.
Like some things
That's
you
it.
have to do within reason, but then other things is like, who the fuck cares?
No, but I'm so happy you said that because I used to get in my own way with making music, especially like the amount of times I'd have 8, 9, 10 versions of the same fucking song, making minor tweaks and shit.
That's a nightmare.
You
That is a
can't
nightmare.
A lot
let
of people
Good-
get in that space.
perfect can't get in the way of
Perfectionist.
good. You know what I'm saying? So like now, even live performances, shit I'm making, I just want it to be good enough for me. And if it's good enough for me, I hope it's good enough for you. If it's not, no worries. You don't have to fucking listen to it.
So how many times do you rehearse and practice your songs that you come to perform at the open mics?
Oh, dude, the practice, now that's different. Practice and preparation, like stay
Yeah.
ready so you ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm practicing
Yeah.
with my AirPods in all fucking day, as much as I possibly can.
I remember when you came to Yonkers, you were like, I can't sit in my apartment anymore. I got to get out.
No, literally, I was just
Yeah.
sitting at home practicing. I'm like, I might as well go to the fucking venue, bro. Like, what are we doing
And
here?
that's why you weren't standing up there with your phone in front of your face. Like the last thing you want to do is get up there and forget what you're about to say.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
You know, and it happens like you could rehearse it a million times and then you just can't get it out in the moment sometimes.
Don't get me wrong, Josh. I definitely feel some butterflies sometimes too, but it's not that I'm
excitement.
nervous. It's that I care.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I want this to
Don't
go
want to
well.
fuck it up. Yeah.
And if I do fuck it up, whatever, I'm gonna keep it moving because I practice so much. I got the next bar in my back pocket. We're good.
Damn, that's a good.
And you let
point.
your energy, I feel like, fill in for any minor imperfections in your vocal performance. Your stage presence just catches up right there. So it's like you never really miss a beat.
Exactly. Like even if you do fuck up, how do you recover? Is all of it.
I really noticed there's like a different level with that with some artists. Like I think Josh DTD at the show.
Yeah.
It was like he had something like a malfunction, but he like almost made it part of the show.
Oh yeah.
Was that him and his
when
shit
the-
unplugged?
When the
Yeah,
cable
unplugged.
unplugged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it came out
That's
of the
happened to me
microphone.
when I've performed before. Like
Yeah, but
fuck,
he
it's
ran-
like-
he ran it like a
he
champion.
handled the moment
Yeah.
big time.
He
Don't
ran it
let-
like a champion, man.
Yeah, he did
became
the audible.
that field general that you need to be when shit like that happens. You got to
Dude,
call the
I
shots on the fly.
thought Josh. I fuck with Josh's music.
I do too. I
big
really
time.
like him.
I
really
like
him.
his
He's a
stuff.
good guy
Related to
too,
it a
man. He's
lot.
a really
Yeah,
good guy.
I like Josh.
Shout out Josh DTT.
Nah, that's just that you're just born with, yo.
Yeah.
Like I'll be so tired and out of it and like nervous and thinking about something. Second I'm on stage or like the camera's on, someone just takes over. You let the moment happen and it's like, yeah, just go with it. It's not that bad. Whatever it is. Like all the stuff you're thinking about before is just
Dude, that happens with DJing too, man. Like I'll get
course.
out there and I'll be in the club getting ready to go on for a set, and I'm trying to feel the crowd out, but I just can't for the life of me put my finger on what's gonna make these people vibe. And once you hit play on that first track, it's like something just happens where you feel like you're surfing now.
Yeah.
And you're just riding
Yeah.
the wave, and you're like, all right, wherever this goes, it's gonna go. And if they like it, they like it. If not, well, like it's
Yeah.
gonna go down like this
Yeah,
regardless. You know
that's
what I
all you
mean?
can do. Because like,
Yeah, and-
what the
and-
fuck are they gonna do? They're not
Exactly,
Yeah.
dude. And,
Yeah.
and I mean, trust me, people are brutal with DJs, bro. They think that
Oh, yeah,
we just
nah,
have
yeah,
the
facts.
entire music library on our laptop. That's
Yeah.
not how that works for everybody
Oh,
out there.
Can you play
DJs don't have every
Gloria?
song,
Yeah.
and they're not YouTube. So if you come up in the middle of a set and try to request something, you're interrupting somebody's artwork. Number one, number two.
For real.
I don't have everything, and I can't get it on the fly. Maybe the venue didn't give me the Wi-Fi password before the show started. I don't
Gotta
know
get
what it
that
is,
Wi-Fi.
whatever it is. Yeah, like I have over 5,000 songs, and people will come to me, and I'd be like, I don't have that. Like, and they get disappointed, but it is what it is.
Exactly. And I'm a huge proponent and fan of Russ, the artist. Shout out Russ.
Yeah,
He's in
Russ is
Dublin
great. You have his
right now.
book. Don't you have his book?
Yeah, right in the back
He's
there.
a beast. And my videographer, Steve Moles, shout out Steve, House of Moles. He actually works with Russ, creating a lot of video content for him. He's on
What?
tour with him right now. So yeah, shout those guys out. They're huge
in
inspirations to me. Yeah. He flies out with them. Huge inspiration for me. Russ is one of the main people that helped me understand too that like when you get to a certain point that your shit is good, if you believe it's good, you truly believe it's good, you honestly don't give a fuck what people think. So like I've done enough shows now, enough open mics where I've had the crowd fuck with me. If I go do a show and the crowd doesn't fuck with me, I'm not going to take it personally because I still think that shit's dope.
Dude,
you know what
some
I'm saying?
people-
You can't tell me
no,
otherwise
no,
at this
yeah,
point.
no,
Maybe
Not
your next show
everybody-
is going to be your best show. So.
Exactly. So
Not
like,
everybody fucks with everything. You can't not everybody loved Elvis or even Bieber or like really talented mainstream
A
people.
lot of people
it's all
don't.
about the environment.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like, look, for example, if I promote my music and like some metalhead like gets a hold of it, they're not gonna fuck with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's
And,
it's a niche
sometimes
audience.
So-
people need it to listen to it multiple times before they even have a
Yeah.
real opinion.
Dude, there have been so
Sure.
many times
Yeah.
where I've DJ'd in clubs that are completely out of my wheelhouse, and I try my best, and sometimes they just absolutely despise what I'm doing, and sometimes people are like, "Oh, this is different. This is cool." Like I'm a dubstep house EDM kind of guy, but I've DJ'd. I started
gotta
DJing in
feel
a
the
Latin
audience.
club. Like I started DJing in a Latin club. I've DJ'd in hip hop clubs where it's purely hip hop, and it was a struggle for me because it wasn't my favorite thing to do, but I did it, and it makes you a better artist and a performer when you can really get on stage and get a hold of yourself and be like, all right, I have to switch it up here. I have to do
Yeah.
this different. I have to really target these people
when
that
you're
are
in
front of me,
control, you're
captivate
in control
the room.
almost.
Yeah.
You gotta let go of control
Yeah.
though to
Yeah.
be in control.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You gotta let go
If
of
you
control
micromanage
to be
all
in
your
control.
thoughts, you're gonna just kill
Yeah.
yourself.
Versatility is so important too in any
Stupid.
like what you're
You
saying.
know who doesn't
Every
fuck
time
with-
I judge an open mic, I say that's one of my number one things that I'm judging on is versatility, how you attack the crowd, how you adapt
Yeah.
to your environment.
Yeah.
That's
And do you have a
insane.
song that's up tempo, down tempo?
Yeah, like how are we gonna do this right now?
That's so
How
important.
are we gonna play this card right now? It's like playing games, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
You know who doesn't fuck with my music? Based on field studies, the Croatians.
Oh damn.
That's a random.
Yeah,
as
what
hell.
the fuck, Croatia?
Beautiful. No, shout out Croatia.
I
Beautiful
was in
country.
I was in Croatia for a wedding this summer, and I did a boosted post. I did a sponsored ad on Instagram on one of my songs.
And they just shit on your
but
shit.
I don't think I did the right demographics and stuff, so it like just targeted Croatia, and that's where I received the most hate I've ever received in my life on a video.
Brutal.
Was when I was in Croatia.
That's
So, like,
not what
it's
I
the-
was expecting
yeah.
you to say.
Anyway, I digress. But Will, do you have any questions for Gatsby?
Will came strapped.
Yeah, I know you. Will's prepared over there. He hit me with like 20 questions.
I did want to actually go back a little bit. Sorry to go back in the pod, but there was a part where you guys were talking about like starting parties and stuff. Was that just like a child, like young thing, or like was there something in you that like made you want to do that?
All right, I'll tell this story, Mom. If you hear this for the first time, I apologize. So my brother, I had an older brother. He wanted to throw a party, and I didn't want to be the lame younger brother who's a sophomore ruining some senior's party. So I was like, all right, word, I'm down. I'll tell my friends. Like, what could go wrong? So nothing did go wrong. We actually had a great time, super successful. My brother graduates, and now all my friends expect me to continue throwing parties whenever I fucking
yeah,
can.
you're that
Dude,
dude's
that's how
younger
it
brother.
goes.
Because now it's like we already got away with
That's
it
how it
once. How many
goes.
times can we get away with this?
So like, let's just say we got away with it a lot to the point that I was able to brand myself James Gatsby. But you know, I'm still trying to bring that kind of unity and like celebratory vibe through music when I can. Like concerts to me is just a great place for people to reconnect, people you haven't seen in a long time. There's nothing that would make me happier than going to do a show in like California and seeing one of my homies that I haven't seen in mad long. You know what I'm saying? That would make me so happy.
Dude, you should start planning events and just make yourself the headline.
I'm trying
Facts.
to do.
Load the
New
fucking
Year's
lineup
Eve.
and make
New
yourself the
Year's
headline.
Eve is going down. Mark your fucking calendar. I don't
You
know
don't
where
even
yet.
have to
It's gonna
wait
be
till New
dawn.
Year's Eve though. You could throw that shit on a fucking any given
Yeah,
Friday.
just book yourself in a,
You know
in
what I
a
mean?
bar. or a
Josh is
brewery.
pretty much like a certified party.
Here's the one other thing
promoter
I'll say too,
planner.
though. It's tough to count on
us,
your friends.
Stockroom.
If I may say, it's tough to count on your friends to be your fans sometimes because
That's
A,
true.
they may not even fuck with your genre of music, and B, people got shit going on. So that's why I'm really trying to invest in the streams, find
Yeah.
people that truly
Find
are
your
fans of my
fans.
music, and then serve them as much as I can.
And then hire like mini promoters to like go around and hand out free tickets to hot
Yeah,
girls.
dude, just get asses in seats, man.
no,
That's what you
totally
gotta
has
do.
to, yeah, giveaways, all that shit. Don't like I said, I'm a marketing director. It's not about the ideas; it's about the budget at this point more than anything.
Yeah.
That
you know?
makes sense. Yeah.
That's where you got to get homie hooked up.
Well, yeah, I'm trying. I was unemployed twice over the pandemic. I lost my job. I used to do event planning, Westchester Magazine's Wine and Food Festival. Shout out the entire Westchester Magazine team, Thompson and Bender, greatest agency in Westchester. I was able to, yeah, exactly. I was able to do a lot of awesome event planning, but unfortunately, COVID obviously put an end to all the events. I then worked as a social media manager remotely for a company called Advantage Internet Marketing, based out of Westminster, Maryland. My first remote job. Definitely gained a lot of awesome social media experience there, but it was just tough to maintain again with the pandemic going on. So. Got some credit card bills and stuff I'm paying off, but once that stuff's gone, it'll be full steam ahead.
You're a corporate man, kind of.
Yeah, sometimes. I'm a man of the people, though. I'm a man of the people.
Yeah. See,
It sounds like you're open to the idea of like labels getting involved with what you're building, but it seems like you do kind of have a plan. Like if they don't get involved, they don't get involved. and
So
it's gonna grow.
if I partner with a label, I would want it to be a distribution deal only.
Facts.
I don't
That's
want
a
them to own my
dangerous game to start
masters or
playing.
anything at all. It would only be to help me distribute shit and no retention of my masters.
I
But
agree with that.
I have to get to a certain point where I have that kind of attention already, and they say, okay, let's just level you up.
Yeah, that's the perfect
You know what I'm
world,
saying?
but that is
Yeah.
so difficult to come
Totally.
across.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
only
That's why the
happens to
mainstreams
artists who
are.
have extreme leverage.
I'm
and
not begging on it
extreme
right now.
fame.
You know
But
what I'm
yeah, for sure.
If you blow up and you see those dollar signs start getting thrown at your face, the last thing you're going to be thinking about is your master rights when all that shit is going down. You know what I mean? That's where a lot of artists come up short.
That's
is
where they go wrong, yeah.
They get
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
invested in the moment. They're like, holy shit, this is happening. And there's just slick motherfuckers behind the curtain just snaking. You know what I mean? To
Yeah,
take
dude.
your shit, man.
But that's when you need to be like a smart.
You got to stay vigilant.
You got to, and
Yeah,
you got to
at
be,
least
you got to
you-
be smart marketing and merchandising at that point. You need to realize that.
Like I had to go to
Merch
school
is
to
the
learn
name of
that
the
shit.
game.
I went to school for music production, and that was shout out to Kobe Haas. That was my teacher. He's an awesome dude. He gave us an entire class on everything about the industry that people could snake you for, basically, and
Yeah.
how just cutthroat it gets, and it's crazy to look at, man. And when you start really digging deep into all that stuff,
cutthroat industry.
sampling and clearing samples and rights and
Yep.
oh
All
my
that
god,
shit,
dude,
yeah.
it goes on forever, man. Music is a legal business, man.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the sampling and all that kind of stuff is where you would need some help with like labels and stuff.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
You need
100%.
money.
So I was wondering, like, it sounds like you have an idea. Like, what do you think goes into building an artist at this point? Like, if you were to do it on your own, or like, you know,
Pretend you were the artist manager
yeah.
of
Yeah.
you.
around you.
Totally. The biggest thing I need to continue working on is my image. That'll come through still photography as well as video, but really making it so that you can see me when you think of me, not just hear my music.
What do you mean your image? Like you're like dressing different?
Yeah, exactly. Like I want
Like
to.
what Poncho said?
I wanna
Poncho
be-
said that.
I think it was Baddington too. Actually, that
was
said
Baddington.
Baddington Beats. Shouts both of them out for former judges at the open mics. But yeah, exactly. Like I always want to be authentic to myself. Don't get me wrong. Like it'd probably be as simple as me to wear like a Knicks or a fucking Yankee jersey as much as it is for me to wear a button down that I would wear to work.
Like an Action Bronson.
Yeah.
Basically. But like I
New
want
York.
to. There's something about like a classiness of Gatsby. Like I don't like the word preppy. I used to get called preppy back in the day, probably because I went to fucking American Eagle all the time. But like in reality, I like to have a clean look, professional. You know, like, but also some swag. Like I'm not some fucking corporate motherfucker. I'm not gonna be performing at corporate banquets. I'm gonna be performing at rap concerts, bro.
So you're
Like,
still trying to figure that image out, you're saying?
exactly,
once
exactly.
you
So
get
working
that,
with
you can
stylists.
Become that persona.
Exactly. I'm trying to just bring it more to life. And the more I do that through like music videos and, like I said, photo shoots, it'll be kind of easier for itself.
So you're saying you're already James Gatsby in here, but now you're trying to become James Gatsby.
All day, every
Yeah.
day. That's
Live-
what I'm
live
embodying
James
it.
Gatsby.
And just bring some elevated, like through working with designers and photographers and shit. Yeah, just visual appeal to it.
Have you ever sent your stuff out to labels?
No.
Or like found a label that you feel like your music would fit in well with?
I actually have not.
Dude, you should look into that.
Yeah, I'm
'cause
surprised you haven't.
like you should
Yeah.
go out and just like go online and just check out some labels that kind of resonate with your style of music and just send shit, man.
Dude,
You
I have
never
a
know who's gonna
directory
listen
of
to it.
5,000 leads and contacts for all different contacts within different record labels and
Word.
like Spotify playlisters and bloggers and all that. We should all look into that. We should
I have some
di-
connections
dial-
at some major
yeah.
labels too.
I have the music now ready. That's what I was saying. Like I have a
Should
few.
dial in on that.
2025 in 2023 I did a full project, 8 tracks, did a couple singles in 2024, but I'm really trying to roll out some singles in 2025 strategically, at least once a month. And if I can have high quality video content around that, working with my man Steve and shit, working with my
Talk
man
to your boy over here,
Will,
too.
if you available, my
Yeah,
man.
Will's the shit, man.
That's when I'll be able to, like, again, capture that attention. Once I have that attention and some metrics, then I'll go have those other conversations.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes, one thing comes before the other, though. You shouldn't cut yourself short on
I mean,
that.
hey, yeah, if they fuck with the music and want to help me
That's
just
what I'm
launch
saying.
this shit.
Then they'll fund your shit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Then you don't have to
Yeah,
worry
that's
about
true.
that. If your
Facts.
music, you can just get a good sound, the label will take care of everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have the music I believe in now to feel comfortable doing
Yeah.
that.
All right, let's skirt a little bit to talk about, you know what that means? Yeah.
A redirection going
Yeah. Redirect a little,
Bust a
switch
left.
lanes,
Yeah, go ahead.
cut someone off.
Skirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, didn't you have someone cut you off? Is that what
Yeah,
you're about
that
to
was-
bring up?
No, I wasn't going to bring that
Oh.
up. That was funny, though.
I want to hear the story.
Hey, bird brain. That's what this guy called me. He called me bird brain.
Was he Croatian?
Maybe.
There's
Anywho,
that motherfucker.
no, I was going to say, like, I want to talk about your personal self.
Sure.
Like, first off, all right, so you talked about your image, James Gatsby, artist, music. I know there's more. I feel like there's a deeper layer to you.
Definitely.
Do you have any, like, spirituality practices or anything that you do, or, like, something to hype you up to get out of your anxiety, maybe?
Sure.
Anything?
So I was raised Catholic. I'm not practicing, but I definitely do believe in God and a spiritual realm, something greater than myself. So I definitely do, every night say my prayers. I'm grateful, practice gratitude for sure.
How do you do it?
I guess I am basically reciting my Catholic Christian prayers and like praying to God as well as my ancestors, just saying thank you, practicing different prayers. But I also do meditation on the side. That's more just like mental health and spirituality. I highly recommend Michael Seeley for anyone looking to get into meditation. He has a YouTube channel
Michael Seeley.
with a whole bunch of very good, like tailored videos for specific goals of what you're trying to achieve. So if it is trying to reduce anxiety, if it is trying to stop overthinking, if it's just trying to help you fall asleep, he has a video for all that stuff. And his voice is extremely soothing. It's all guided meditation, and it's better with headphones. I would recommend too. You'll find yourself falling asleep to it.
And then, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me?
Like, we've been talking all about all
Where
your
can I
guys.
I like to
your
phrase
good-
it.
What's wrong?
all
I like
your
to
good
phrase
stuff.
it. Where can I improve?
No. What's your flaws? What are your vices? Like, we've been
Sure.
talking all about
Sure,
good
sure,
stuff.
sure.
You know,
Quick
you're a
question,
human.
why
His
the fuck
vices
are
is
you this way?
partying. He
I
said.
definitely, like I said, I definitely like to have fun. I will usually put work ahead of play and work hard, play hard, but sometimes it gets the best of me. I think I used to be more of a perfectionist than I am now, but I am definitely still my hardest critic. And to Chrissy's point, like maybe I should put more music out there rather than sitting on it for so fucking long.
I do, definitely.
I would also say I'm not in the best shape that I used to be. I used to be a 3-sport athlete. I definitely got to get more in the gym. I've been more in the gym, but you know what I'm saying? Three sports a year I used to play. So I'm trying to get back in the spring soccer league, not just summertime.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm
Yeah,
rocking the
level
freaking
up
veteran
scene.
dad bod.
What were there any traumatic hardships or anything that kind of inspired you to like really lock in and dial in and work harder, or like what you're not perfect, Gatsby.
I think
You know,
things definitely made me not work as hard.
He sounds like a fucked up parent.
I'm gonna tear you
He sounds
down.
like the
James.
shittiest life coach you could ever fucking have.
but I get what you're
You're not
saying.
fucking perfect, Gatsby.
no, like you sound like this whole podcast so far. You're great.
Thanks,
like
man.
you
I
sound
appreciate
like a golden child.
No,
kinda.
I've definitely
with your
gone-
flaws.
You're
but
he wants to see the ugly side. You're showing
No,
us
it's fair.
the good side, the shiny side.
Yeah, this isn't a
he
job
wants to see the
interview, you
fucking
know, I wanna-
dirt, man. You know
I've
what I mean?
had I won't say it as like negatives, but there's been things that have hindered my career's progress, like whether it was a death in the family that impacted me hard.
That sounds like a negative to me.
when my grandfather passed away in 2013, my dad passed away 2 years ago. Like
Damn.
that shit was
Sorry for
definitely
your
heavy.
loss.
Appreciate you. He's in
Damn,
a better
I'm
place
sorry
now.
about that,
Don't
man.
worry about it. He's in a better place. I appreciate you. Like getting through that shit, getting through different relationships. Like I was engaged for a little bit, that didn't work
What?
out. Yep.
See, this is the shit I wanted out of the question I was asking. All of
What
that.
fuels the fire? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn. All right,
And,
now I understand. a little
Learning
more.
to like transmute that into music, translate into music was something that I struggled with for a while.
It's therapy.
But I will say that like some songs I would have never written if I didn't go through what I went through.
Right.
So I'm
Absolutely.
grateful for the experience, and nothing but positive vibes to anyone I've ever been with.
Dude, how did you get through those moments? Like you just shoulder down and face it.
Dude, you have to.
Habits,
That's it.
man.
It
Like
gets ugly, man.
James Clear has a very good book called Atomic Habits, if I'm not mistaken.
I've heard of it.
It is all about just setting yourself up for success, because no one wants to work every fucking day. No one is happy every day. No one is motivated every day. But if you have certain things that you can count on and just put in the work when no one is watching, it will pay off in the long run. I promise you that. Yeah.
There was like a lyric that stuck with me. It's kind of the song that you were singing earlier, but it was like
We just wrote that shit, bro. I wrote that shit yesterday.
no. It was this one that the lyrics were stuff like ever since I was young and I knew I'd get money.
A word.
My grandpa 15 told me broke his
Wait, come on. Let me hear
Broke
that
isn't
flow.
funny,
Will,
yeah.
Will,
I can
come
spit
on.
it for you. I'll spit it. Ever since I was a youngin', I knew I'd get money. My grandpa 50 told me broke isn't funny.
Broke isn't funny, dog.
Depression is more than just guessing when you'll feed your tummy.
So what is it then?
It's dressing your best. Still bummy, all rain when it's sunny. So that hook was inspired by my grandparents on my mom's side, actually. Shout out Grandpa Joe and Grandma Laura. They used to both live in Harlem. And I used to always hear, because I lived with my grandparents growing up. I went to Hastings High School, and Hastings, like, ever since elementary school. But my mom worked in the district, and I lived in Valhalla. So I used to drive like 20, 30 minutes to get to school every day until we eventually moved to Hastings. And when I lived with my grandparents, they always were around too after the fact, but they always would tell me stories about how broke as shit my family was, like chasing rats around the apartment with fucking brooms and shit. So like,
Oh, damn.
even when we got our own house and I was coming into more of a middle class household, I had that mentality of like, not like nothing is guaranteed. Like you got to work for everything. You got to fucking hustle, and it can all be gone as fast as it came. So that lyric again came from like, my grandparents always inspired me to like go fucking get it. Like, don't let this generation be worse than ours, basically. And also shout out 50 Cent, because I Get Money is just a banger of a song.
Yeah, it really is.
So my grandma, my grandpa, and 50, one of the first rappers I listened to, were the people that motivated me to go get it.
What's your favorite 50 song?
Damn. What is my favorite 50 song? Probably How We Do with the Game.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe.
I like Many Men. That's
Many
my
Men
one.
is no, Many Men
really?
is sick,
Get Rich or
but
Die Trying, huh?
like
Many Men is mine.
Mine is
It is
Hustler's
Burn.
Or
Ambition.
21
Hustler's
Questions. I mean,
Ambition.
Hustler's
that,
Ambition is
guy,
great, yeah.
that beat just.
Nah, it's just
and
crazy.
Yeah, it's just
Yo,
crazy.
actually, this is a question for everybody because we're all musicians. If there was one artist, let's go around the table. We'll go with you first. If there was one artist, dead or alive, that you would collaborate, feature with,
oh shit.
who would it be?
yeah, I got mine.
Work with?
I mean, damn. It depends for me, because like, am I making them the beat, or am I gonna be like
Yeah, me
rapping
too.
with them? You know.
Just whatever.
preference.
Whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
Okay. I would want to probably. And you said dead or alive, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I gotta think about that.
All
That's
right,
too
well,
hard.
maybe I should've went that way.
That's too
Yeah, I
hard.
got
I gotta
mine.
think. I gotta.
Without a doubt, Mac Miller.
Me too.
Because
Me too, brother.
not just the fact his writing obviously was amazing. He was one of the first inspirations I had.
Same.
But his production is incredible, and I feel like he was making his best shit right before he passed away.
100%.
So it would be an honor. I'm pissed I never saw him live. That's one of my biggest regrets. So it would be an honor to work
Me
with
too,
him.
man, dude. That's right behind Will. That's
Yep.
my boy right there.
You already know.
Chris.
I got like three. I got
All right.
three.
There's
So
no rules.
I'm gonna go with my first number one is John Mayer. Huge
Nice.
Mayer fan. The guy's a musical genius.
He shreds.
You wanna
he
play drums for him?
shreds. I would play drums for him. I would be in the studio. I just want to be in the room. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah,
want to hear
yeah.
that creative process happening. I want to feel that energy because that dude, whenever I'm in a bad mood and I put on John Mayer, bro, I'm happy again.
Yeah.
It's like the lowest levels of anxiety I've
Makes you
ever
a little wet,
experienced. Dude.
Yeah, this is live.
And, my number two has got to be like Hendrix because I'm fascinated by that 60s
That would be
and,
sick.
psychedelic,
you know,
yeah.
I think
Vietnam
everyone. Yeah.
era of just the country's going crazy, but music is speaking volumes. And rock and roll is still like this crazy thing that, I mean, he came out of House of Blues and stuff in the city. He was playing blues cafes.
Yeah, it was a special
And
time.
Hell yeah.
nobody did the shit that he did with the guitar. And just seeing this dude, like I was a Hendrix fan since I was like 5 years old, man. And just seeing like videos of him in the studio by himself all night long, cutting tape and rerunning tracks and just working on shit until it was perfect was like, it was just
Wait,
mind-boggling.
yo, I'm sorry to Talia.
Son, what is he doing right now?
Sorry.
Wait, no,
I'm in the podcast
I'll
with
just go
Gatsby
fuck
right
myself.
now. No. She just called me, so I had to answer.
Yeah, because decline isn't
are
a
you
thing
in
now.
the middle of a podcast?
No, do you have any questions or anything you want to say to Gatsby?
Am I recording right now?
It's completely
Yes.
live.
Well, if this is live, then you want to hear this. So you
Don't cut
literally called me at the same time that I was talking about you fucking my two friends that we talked about on our last podcast. I'm telling my friend Sam right now, I'm like, my brother, you're going to love him. But I'm like, I'm not introducing you to him.
All right.
Yo, why the fuck would you say
Why
that?
would you say? Are we live? Okay, I'll say that then. What the
I
hell
was not
is that?
expecting that bomb
You're
to
the
drop
one
like
that
that.
wants that type of content.
No, I don't.
Yo, I
That is
actually
the last
saw.
kind of content this man needs right now.
That was actually a very funny podcast.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know if that'll see the light of day,
Yo,
though.
all I asked was. No, we do.
Okay,
Everything
okay,
makes a cut.
Let me think.
All I asked.
Gatsby.
Yes, Talia.
What's up? How are you?
How are you? I'm doing wonderful now that you're here.
She's not here.
Yeah, I'm great. I just got out of the sauna. I'm with two beautiful dogs and my friend Sam. And a question that I have for you is, what were you thinking after your first round that we met you? That was your first time that you performed for us?
All right, come on.
At the open mic?
Yeah. What? Do you have anything to say?
Stop! Don't call me and ask me to.
Can I say? Can I say? Talia.
Who's this?
It's Chris. It's Chris.
What's wrong with him? Why does he do this to me?
All right, we
Listen,
gotta
I hate
carry
to
on
do
this
this to you,
podcast.
but,
This is getting out of hand now.
Anyway,
Tyler, we gotta go.
my
Yo,
third
the
person.
disrespect.
My third person would
That was
probably
crazy.
be.
shit.
Here's Mike St. Park coming on the set.
Hey, yo.
We're just going off the walls here.
Yo, where's El Busy at?
El Busy's next.
Yeah. My third person would be a country artist by the name of Hardy. He's popping right now. Go check him out.
That's fire.
Fucking rock star.
Nice.
Love the dude. Would work with him all day. It's just badass, awesome rock and country mix.
You showed me him.
Yeah,
I fuck with Hardy.
fucking love him.
that's
Great dude.
stuff.
Anyways, moving on to Mark.
Mark,
Yeah,
rapid fire.
Two people. One I would make a beat for, Erykah Badu.
Nice.
And second person would be someone I would want to like collab a song and like end up rapping or doing some shit on it. Would be he just passed away, Quincy Jones.
Wow.
Yeah.
'Cause that would
Great,
be a
peace,
lot.
legend.
great answers all
R.I.P. to
around.
Quincy Jones.
Yep.
What up, Saint? I want to hear your shit. I think everybody wants to hear it.
No doubt, dude.
Yeah.
You got something for us?
I got that track I said I was going to drop on New Year's Day, so I would love to get a little promo for that if that's cool. And
Dude.
spit that live for you.
Hell yeah.
Please do. Let's cook this.
You got some shit for us?
I got a little some. Shout out Day One. This beat switch goes crazy. Yeah. It's James Gatsby. Ha! Poor Will. Can't hear the beat. Can you hear the beat? Oh, it's all good. I got the whole show version and shit for this, but I'll just spit this for you guys, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Swisher Beats for the production. Yeah. Check it. Sorry to the people who feel let down on this journey to be worthy of my rep now. Like a Laker, James deserving while the rest foul. Getting greater, name is verging on the best out. No outworking me, I urgently invest now. In the third degree, burning beats to bits now. Doing surgery, no docking me in clips now. Haven't heard of me, emergency, I'm him now. Not a kid now. Sit down all the haters who have been loud. Father like Mufasa, pride passed down. James Earl Jones in cast now. So switching to my Vader shit, blacked out. Morning tracks out, cause I kill it when I spill it, no splash down. Ride my wave to the grave is the rationale. Big cash cow, I've been down. Yeah, since day one. Yeah, I've been down. Yeah, since day one. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I've been down since day one. Kill beats as they come. Seek out then slay some. Swisher, quick play some. Climb hills like Taysom. Make mills like Tatum. Chase bills like Jason. Russell say J1. Too smart to play dumb. Climb mountains, Mason. Rhyme schemes not taken. Tea leaves say fate's one. He is a great one. Gatsby not fake one. That's me all day, son. Creighton to Dayton. J Gats my bass jump. Free dreams I chase them. Loud packs I face them. Pray no one lace
system. Daddy, too late, mama, my son, I'll make one. Big hits, I'll make them. It only takes one to change your whole life. I'll change yours tonight. Writing by moonlight like werewolves, these bars bite. Kendrick, I'm alright. Jimmy cooks real nice. Drake and J. Cole told role models who sold souls to hold tight. Bold type, switch it up from old type. Vision locked like on site. I'm selling out off old hype, but meet new fans all night. Songwrite like John might. Lennon or Cash did. Penning my actions, spreading to masses. Now legend is Gats did all this on his own. Just him and his phone. But behind this hero, a village has grown as I've honed in my craft. On day one was ass, but stuck with my passion till action surpassed all the doubt that I had. It don't happen fast. Mistakes that I made me better on tracks. So question I ask, who here fucks with Gats since day one?
Got a little tight in the chair here, but
Bars after bars.
Yeah. that was
Wordplay.
Rapid fire.
Lyricism.
Rapid fire.
I feel like it resolved the question you asked about what's wrong, and then he went into his whole personal shit.
What's
and
wrong
then,
with me?
You know what I'm
This.
saying? That you
This
just feel
is what's
like
wrong with me.
that was the answer. Yeah,
that's the answer right
no,
there.
hell
man.
yeah, dude.
Wow.
appreciate you.
Dude,
Appreciate you.
Just the word, the Taysom Hill, Jason Tatum, every reference, like you hit everything.
Oh, you didn't even hear it. And then I said, Russell say J1. I'm chasing Bills. Bill Russell, Jason Tatum, chasing Bill Russell. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
shouting out Russ the artist because that's my dream to meet that motherfucker and say, just
Dude.
get respect. That would mean everything.
There is some deeper layers behind your lyrics and bars. Damn.
That's it, man.
Damn.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, maybe one of the
For
top
sure.
freestyles on this. Like, that was, yeah.
Wow.
That
It was heat.
That was,
So whoever's on this show next, you gotta follow that.
Yes, sir.
So,
Coming to you live. New Year's
Say?
Eve, New Year's Day. You know what I'm saying? That shit dropping. So
Saint.
you fucking wish.
I'll probably just go with Club G.
Day one.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it alive. But it's New Year's Eve, so yeah, it's all about the day one music release
one.
party. It's really the release party more than anything.
That's
honestly.
fire.
I would love if I could do like a 40-40 Club G in the future. If I'm on that level, I would totally do it.
Hell yeah.
What
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
is a 40-40 club?
So like Jay-Z opened a club called the 40-40 Club in New York City that you can go to. I would open my own venue, call it Club G, and pull in artists, touring artists, have shows and shit going off. Treat it almost like some Vegas shit. If
That's
I
what
could.
I want to do that in the future.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, house
Built in.
venue, yeah.
But
That's
like
dope.
every other night, just have a DJ. You know, just make it a 6 spot.
Man,
If you get there, don't forget me.
Of course, yo, Chris, the first dude I call.
damn.
First
That was
night.
wild.
Open night.
Yo, anybody have any questions for Gatsby? Any last questions?
I think I got it all out, and I think I heard everything this man just said. You know?
Dude, that was fucking. I'm still like speechless.
Yeah,
That
I
was
don't
fucking
really
wild.
have
That was
anything to
dope.
follow up with that. That was
Appreciate
great.
you.
I feel like that's the
Appreciate you.
perfect way to
we
taper
need
off.
more artists like Gatsby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Prepared. Makes it exciting as another artist, engineer, producer to work with
Makes
someone.
makes you like
who
inspired to
Yeah,
step your game
exactly.
up too. You're like, yo, I
Yeah.
gotta get on my shit a little bit. Like, I gotta get more organized. I gotta be more prepared.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, it makes you want to lock in more. You're inspiring people.
Yeah,
And that's
That's
the
like
best.
inspiring.
That's the best because music is
By action.
collaboration, and you pick up things from other people. Like you just learn all the time. So
Do you have any songs that you're featured on, or anybody else is featured on yours?
I don't know if I can say who I got a feature with. I am doing a decent sized feature with somebody Westchester based, but they're not in Westchester anymore. But that'll be dropping next year as well. I can't say yet.
You
though.
signed an NDA.
Well, they're also switching labels, so I didn't. We kind of like squeezed it in before he got his new label deal signed. So like,
You paid for the feature?
yeah, of course.
How do you find that? I've been looking.
I reached out and negotiated and let them know what I normally would feel comfortable paying, and we negotiate a price for the song and some promotion.
But you reached out to him individually. You wanted him.
I had a whole concept where I had an idea for a song, and based on their name and the name of the song, it was a perfect match. And I knew I wanted to get this collab, so I reached out to him and tried to see if he would
Yeah,
make it
you
happen.
gotta-
And he fucked with me enough. They said, "Yeah, I'll hook it up."
Wow, it's dope.
Yeah.
That's sick.
What like level are we talking?
They got like 150,000 followers, so nothing crazy, but like a little
C-lister?
something. You know,
B-lister?
little, I would call them a not a micro influencer, but not macro either. You know, kind of right in that range.
Sure.
That's sick. Hell yeah. All right. if
But
you were-
I will say, I'm trying to collab all the time. Everybody that we've been chilling at the open mics and shit, like, let's work, man. I'm about that life. I'll pull up.
You heard
Yeah.
the man.
If you have one like statement or something to leave the people, if you were leaving Earth and like you wanted to leave your people a message, what would you tell them?
Be yourself. believe in yourself. Simple as that. No one can stop you if you be yourself and believe in yourself. People want authenticity, and they want if you're not confident in yourself, no one will be confident in you. So put in the fucking work.
Yeah, that's for
Facts.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Be yourself, believe in yourself, bet on yourself,
Exactly.
love yourself,
Good stock. Good
and then you
stock.
could give, feed your oxygen tank to you first before you could give it to others, right?
For
Yeah.
sure. Facts.
Is that what they say? Is that what they say, DJ Christopher
Yeah, man,
over there?
don't be afraid to pad your stats with a little bullshit here and there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get your foot in the door. Get your foot in the door.
That's a good advice.
I've done it. We've all done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
look
if you
the
gotta,
part.
bro, if you gotta fake it till you make it, fake it till you fucking make it. But have that end sight and goal in mind.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be real the whole time. Like, Mark, you said something perfectly before, where you said Gatsby's music sounds like it could be played in a stadium. I am designing this shit with the goal of trying to do 50,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bringing that same energy. If it's 5 people at the fucking open mic, I don't give a shit. It should all be the same.
Yeah.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yes. What's the difference between James Gatsby, the artist, and like James Gaini? Like, have they merged into one? Like,
Very much. I mean, I would say at heart, I'm probably more nerdy and low key than people would know. Like, I grew up, like I said, my parents were divorced. So, like, I spent mad time at my dad's house playing video games and shit. Like, that's one thing people probably don't know me. Like I said, when I would be a streamer, I don't want to be just Kai. Like, I do want to have more video game element to it, like competitive nature. Huge Lord of the Rings guy. Not sure if anybody else is, but that mythical shit, love it.
you like Harry
Again,
Potter?
Yeah, Harry Potter, totally. Great fucking books, great movies. Like, I'm more soft and low key than this hard shell indicates, but
I fucked
good.
with the Harry Potter shit. I never got into the Lord of the Rings, but I fucked with the Harry Potter.
bro, those battles, bro. Oh my god, so epic.
Voldemort?
Yeah, Voldemort. No, I was talking Lauder, bro.
I know
Lord of the
a little
Rings,
bit,
like-
but I'm not too into
like
Harry
Hel-
Potter, but
like,
That's
I'm
all I
talking-
know
dope,
from
bro.
Harry
I'm
Potter.
talking.
I don't know shit
I'm
about
talking
Harry
Helm's Deep, Minas Tirith, son. Like, if you don't know what I'm
Voldemort,
saying.
Harry
I
Potter.
don't know. I don't know what.
Dude, that was great.
I'm a Star Wars kid. Like,
That was mad funny. Yo, I never seen
Yoda,
Lord of the
right?
Rings
Yoda?
movie, and I knew that
Yoda?
it wasn't about
Yeah.
Harry
Talking about
Potter.
Darth Vader?
Yoda, that's Star Wars.
I know.
no, that's what I said.
that.
I said I'm a Star Wars
Oh, I was
kid.
about to say,
Josh,
you just
I was
go
like,
Big movie guy,
Voldemort.
though. Huge movie guy. Love it.
Oh.
Hermione
right.
Granger,
Hermione Granger, eh? Yeah, all right.
Emma Watson.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is my boy James Gatsby.
Salute.
Salute
Yeah.
to Gatsby. Salute to DJ Chrissy. Salute to Mayor Mark. Salute to Will the Smith. Salute to Mike St. Park, who just walked in. What's up, brother? You might be next
Crush
on
a
this.
studio session, son.
Yeah. We got him.
Yo,
all
I want
lined
to
up.
co-host Mike St. Park's episode too.
Say that.
Yeah, I want to get on that little panel.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This has been another episode of the Goodstock Show. It's all love. It's all peace. Go after yourself. All right, love you.